Hello children, how are you all? I hope everyone is fine. Am I right children? Yeah. So today's session what we are going to discuss children. So in the before session what we discussed. So we have entered into the next lesson, new lesson, or we are still in the old lesson only? Yeah, we entered into the new lesson and it is very interesting lesson. Am I right? So where does this dresses cell comes from? So where from where it will be made? So which so animals also will give, we will give what, like a nylon wool. So up to now we know that okay, from wool we'll get from the sheeps. Am I right? So in this we are going to learn in detail the process. So how the process will be, okay, how the silk is formed and also how the wool is formed. Am I right children? So in the before session what we read, so so what is our lesson name children? So our lesson name is animal. Our lesson name is animal fiber. What is our lesson name? Animal fiber. So in this session we learned what is a one girl is there, so they went to the exhibition or science fair we can tell, no? So they went to that places and they are going to the each and every place. In the first stall 1. So what is the stall 1 children? What is the stall 1? Moth to egg. In the stall 1 what is a moth to egg. In this what I said children, the silkworms will be there, no? So they will lay some eggs. So female moths will be there, no? That will lay 500 eggs at a time and they will die. I said no. And also where this is famous, where this in Rangareddy district, Palamakollu. I said no, Palamakolleru. So what is this? This egg moths, these silk moths are also called as the seeds. So seeds for the sources of silk. So these are the seeds. So I said no, in the stall 1 girl named Pratima and his father is working in the seed center. So from there she brought the silk. So like the seeds are there, no? So these are called as eggs and also silk moths. And what I said children, so we'll keep these moths, they'll keep this moths in the grill mesh and in the separate boxes they will take care of their moths and they'll call them as Chilakallu, and his father said it is not a Chilakallu, it's called as a Bombyx mori. So they are, so this is we read, no? This we read in the before session. So that they will lay the eggs, after that they will sell into the market. So what is that market? So which the center which when they will buy, so the center where they will buy this eggs, so eggs moths, that center is called as the center is also called as greenages. The center where they are sold. So silk moths will be there, no? To produce the eggs. The center where they will buy, those are called as, the center is called as greenages. Okay, so up to here in the stall 1 we learned. And in the stall 2 what they did, so one boy, he is a Muslim name, no? So he wished like assalamu alaikum, and what he said, so his father also belongs to the mulberry plantation, and he brought that mulberry leaves and they are feeding for the larva, and it is coming to the larva stage. After that what is going on children? Stifle means what? So it is after that, after 2 to 3 weeks they will become like a young moths. I said no, they will become like a young moths, and they will kill the larva which is there inside. So the process of killing larva which is there inside, that process is called as stifling. Stifling means what children? So they will kill the larva. So after 2 to 3 weeks, I said no, they will become like a young moths. So after that we have to be very careful, like our young stage only, their size also it is very important. If it is if the stage if it is not in the good level, so if it is doing some, then the fiber which is there, that will not come in the correct way, then it will be spoiled. So the total which they have done, the process will be spoiled. So they have to take care of the young moths. The process of killing this larva which is there inside the young moths, that is called as a stifling. What they will do, they'll keep in the ovens, like, and they will continue to boil for 10 to 15 minutes. They will boil 10 to 15 minutes, they will boil in the ovens. After that, so in the third center also, that only the cocoons which are there, they will boil, and then from that cocoons only they will form the silk. Okay, do you know a part of the mulberries? So what will be there? Tussar silk. So tussar silk is produced in our state only. Okay, in our state means which is that? In our Telangana state only, tussar silk will be produced. And the cocoons, the name of the cocoons is also called as pattu kayalu. So in Telugu they are called as a pattu kayalu, and these are very famous for the cocoons which are they will sell in the market in Hindupur, Madanapalli, Hindupur, Madanapalli. So Hindupur, Madanapalli, Dharmavaram, Raichoti, and in Hyderabad. Yeah, children. So in the next, so up to stall 3, stall 2 we discussed in the before class. So the today's session we are going to learn in the stall 3. In the stall 3 what happened? So up to cocoon stage we read very well. In the stall 3 what happened? One boy. So first Nilima observed that people are boiling and stirring something like large in the large parts. She saw that. So she know that they are cocoons. So a person stood in the corner explaining that. So explaining the process of obtaining fiber from cocoons. So up to cocoon stage we read in the stall 2. So in the stall 3 he said that he explained. So I am Prashant. I am from Shadnagar. Shadnagar means in which place, children? It is in Hyderabad or in which place? Yeah, it is in Hyderabad. So I am Prashant. I am from Shadnagar, Rangareddy district. He is working in a reeling center. Reeling center means what? These cocoons all will be stifled, and from these cocoons only we'll get the fiber. I said no. So that all the process which will be there, that is called as a reeling. So now I will tell what is the reeling. Reeling means, so Nilima is observing that what the boiled pieces, and she is telling what you are doing. She was shocked and uttered. Uttered means shouted. Hey, what are you doing? Hey, what are you doing? She asked, and he said that we are boiling cocoons to get the silk fiber. She said. So he said we are boiling cocoons to get the silk fiber. So the cocoons which are there, they are boiling. So 10 to 15 minutes they will boil. I said no. So they are boiling to get the fiber. So caterpillar of silkworm spins fiber, which is mainly of two types. In this, 2 types of proteins will be there in the silk fibers. So what are those proteins? Sericin and fibrin. Sericin and fibrin. So in the silk also they are having some proteins, and we can see in cotton also we will be having proteins. And also now in the next session we will read about what? the process of wool. Up to now we are reading the process of silk. Am I right? So in the next session we will read about wool. So in that session also I will tell that also contains the protein. Yeah children. So which two types of proteins were there? Cysteine and peregrine. So this will make it to be very strong. Very strong. So reeling means what? Obtaining silk. Obtaining silk from cocoons. Obtaining silk from cocoons. Obtaining silk from cocoons. So children, every name we have to stiffling. Stiffling means what? What I said? The process, the larva which is there, then kill. So for the young mouse, the larva will be present. So they will kill that. The process of that killing is called as a stiffling. And also we read some names, no? Greenages. Greenages means what? That is which center, where what they will sold. So like that. And also what I said now what I said children? Reeling. So reeling with the before only I said no, what is the reeling? Reeling center he will work. What is that? I said no. What is the reeling? From the cocoons. Cocoons will get the silk fibers. So that is called as a reeling. That is called as a reeling. So it is done with the help of special machines are there. Special machines will be there. In that what they will do? They will collect all the cocoons. Okay. And nearly from one cocoon we will get 3 to 8 wounds of wounds will be there, no? So like round will be there, no? That much thread will come from one cocoon itself. So 3 to 8 of such threads are wound together to make yarn, which is reeled. Okay, from the reeling process, what will be going on? We'll get the threads. So we'll get threads, no? That threads which is coming from the cocoons. It is 3 to 8. 3 to 8 such threads are wounds. So if you are seeing in our school for threads, they will be giving like some wound, like it will be there, no? So like that many wounds, 3 to 8 wounds will come from one cocoon itself. So see, if one cocoon is spoiling means, then how much waste it will be. So it will not come on a like normal thread. So if you are taking it thread, it should not come in like some pieces should not be broken. Yeah. So that the cocoon stage is very, very important stage. Yeah children. So here we read that yawn. So here reeling. So after that reeling, what they will do? They will bleach that. They will clean that. Am I right? So what they will do? So they will clean and bleach, and also the colors, the color threadings we want now. So they will color. So after completing the cleaning and the bleaching, then they will color and they will release like a threads, and also they will use for stitching the dresses, or so for different silk cloths will be there. For that they will do. So this is the process. So if you are seeing that in the stall 3, they are giving like a threads. After that weaving means what children? If you are seeing in the villages, they will make the saris. So I will show you it. So children, so in this way they will do the weaving. So from this, so if you are doing like this means they will get the saris. So Pochampattu saris, they will sell the Pochampalli silk saris. So these are very famous in Telangana. So they get reeling from the Pochampalli. Pochampalli reelings will be coming from the Dharmavaram. I said no, Dharmavaram is very famous for this. Dharmavaram is very famous. Dharmavarams are famous types produced by our states. These are also called Pochampalli Pattu saris is also called as tie and dye. Tie and dye. Pochampalli Pattu saris is called as tie and dye. Tie and dye saris, it seems. Pochampalli Pattu saris is also called as tie and dye saris. And also the other name is also there, that is Jamdani. Tie and dye are Jamdani. So Dharmavaram is very famous for its wide borders and rich buttas. Okay, buttas means not some drawings will be there now. So like butta saree, so here butta is very good and these flowers are very good, they'll tell no. So in that way Pochampalli sarees for buttas is very good. Okay, it is good in rich butta. Okay, and we can also say that Banaras sarees, Banaras, Kanchipuram, Dharmavaram, Narayanpet, these are all Kottakota, Pochampalli are types of silk fabric sections. They got their names from the places where they are made. So the names which is there now, Pochampalli sarees, Dharmavaram sarees, why they will call like that? Because they are doing that. They are so for example, if you are doing any work means we will tell that yeah, she belongs to such place. They like that they will tell no. In the same way they are telling that Dharmavaram sarees means the name of from where they will get. So they are famous for these places. So they are also having so many silk varieties. What are those? Kosa silk, eri silk, tassar silk, mugga silk. So like that different types of sarees are there. Why, how these sarees different will come? Some chemicals, they will add some extra chemicals for their strength purpose. So in this way they will get different types of sarees. And so after seeing this, so we can also see handloom sarees and powerloom sarees. Handloom means like a handmade, they will do in the villages, right? So now it is all like technology is being implemented more, so that the powerloom sarees, so it will be different. So this, by seeing this all, so Nilima was wondered. So how Nilima was wondered, and she is involved. So one frock is there for her. So she is involved that silk frock. Okay, this is also made from fabric. Which fabric? Silk fabric. So these are the stages of the styles which they showed. And now I will show the life cycle of the silkworm. So up to now we read. So what are the stages? I think everyone is clear up to here. Very easy, children. First they will be like eggs. After that they will eat the mulberry leaves. So after that they will become like a young moths. From the young moth stage they will form like a cocoons. From the cocoons we will get the silk fibers. And also the place where we are getting that moths or eggs, so that is the green ages. So I already said in the before only, stifling, what is that? If you are learning that is very, then it is very easy to write the history of the silk. And one more thing, so one teacher is there, it seems, she asked, she was a teacher, no? So one student asked why we have to wear the silk. So after listening this class, so the silk, how the silk stages will be there, no? So after listening these classes, so he asked why we have to kill the other animal and we have to wear the silk. So we are killing the other animal and we are wearing different types of silk fibers, right? So he asked the teacher. So he asked the teacher, and teacher said that so if we are doing this process, like this stages wise, then only we will get the silk. So if not if it is living means we will not get this silk. She said in the same way. So after that, after completing of the lesson, and after that he asked the question. So the teacher started thinking, yeah, he is also right, no? So why, if we are killing that animal and if we are wearing that, it is not good. So from that time onwards, see, she gave what is there, the silk dresses which is there for her, totally she gave to the other people. And from that time onwards till now she is wearing the only cotton dresses, cotton cloths only she is wearing. Cotton means it is coming from the plants, so there is no one is stealing from them. So that she started wearing cotton dresses. Okay, I am not telling that after listening this you also stop wearing silk cloths. I will not tell. So just a part of explanation, I just read it and I explained it. Okay children, so this is the silkworm. See silkworm and the life cycle of silkworm. See children. So life cycle of silkworm. See how it is. First it is eggs. First it is laying the eggs. After that, so like this small insect, small stages it is coming out. Next it will changes into larva, and again it will become like biggest. Okay, young moths will become and pupa and imago, and it will become a adult. Okay, again the starting. So adult means adult only will lay eggs, no? So again in the same way. This is the life cycle of the silkworm. This is the life cycle of the silkworm. Yeah children, and do you know we get from average cocoon ranges. So the thread you get from the average cocoon is about 1000 to 3000 feet. 1000 to 2000 feet it is from the average cocoon. From one cocoon we are getting the this much of feet, this much range of silk. And also it is about 2000 to 3000 cocoons are required to make 500 grams of silk. So if you want 500 grams of silk, we are killing 2000 to 3000 cocoons for 500 grams of silk. Okay, think children, 500 grams means how much? Okay, so I think for this reason only the teacher also taught to wear cotton dresses. Yeah children. So people involved process suffer for skin as well as respiratory problems due to continuous handling of the silkworms. So the people who are doing that, who are involved in the process, they will suffer from the skin. So skin diseases, and also they will cause the problems for the respiratory. So they will cause the process in the respiratory problems due to continuous handling of the silkworms and silk fibers. So who are doing this work, so they will have some diseases. So like this, so they will have the heart problems, so respiratory problems, and also the skin problems. Alright children, so up to now we read the story of silk. So in the next session we'll read the stages of wool. So after that we'll end up with the lesson 3. Yeah children, so everyone, I think everyone understood. So story of the silk. So if you are not understanding, once again I'll repeat it. Thank you for watching my video. Have a nice day. Stay home, stay safe.